Hello, beautiful friends. Welcome back to Learning Nails and Aesthetics and now Cosmetology. We are in the Milady Cosmetology book, Chapter 16, Hair Coloring, continuing page 360. Just kidding. Got ahead of myself. Page 3. Oh my goodness. Page 633. I've had coffee. Must not have kicked in yet. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe, as well as check out my other videos on nails and aesthetics. And the Milady Foundation's book is a companion to all of their books, so that one is a must. And keep in mind, I am not AI, as is evident by the mistakes that I just made. We are on learning objective number 8. Detail the steps for an effective hair color consultation. Hair color consultation. A hair color consultation is the most critical part of the hair color service. Figure 16-23 says a client consultation should precede every hair color service. During the consultation, your clients will communicate what they are looking for in a hair color service. Listen carefully and take in all the information so you can make appropriate hair color recommendations. When asking clients questions, note body language and emotional responses. Sometimes their words don't convey their true feelings. Caution: do not perform any hair coloring service if the client has abrasions or inflammations on the scalp. Do not brush the client's hair before a hair color service, as the scalp manipulation resulting from brushing can lead to irritation during the hair coloring process. See Standard Foundations, Chapter 4, Communicating for Success. As the aforementioned book, I have videos on that, so do watch those. To review and begin the consultation process, in addition to this general consultation format, the following steps are focused on how to consult with clients before a hair color service. Number 1. On the client intake form, note the type of hair color service the client wants. Use a salon software program to document pertinent hair color information on each client. If this is not available, write down important hair color information for each client on a service record card. Figure 16-24. Number 2, pay attention to the client's skin and eye color as they indicate color palette and overall abundance of melanin, hair condition and length, and the amount of gray in their hair. Number 3, conduct the consultation in an area with proper lighting and white or neutral walls, if possible, so you can accurately determine the client's current hair color. Number 4, during the consultation, encourage the client to talk by asking questions that require more than a yes or no answer. Your questions should include the following. Describe your lifestyle. Are you a swimmer? Do you sweat a lot? Exercise often? Do you frequently enjoy outdoor activities? This allows you to know if there are chemical or environmental issues that will affect the service or long-term care for the desired result. Are you looking for a temporary or a permanent change? Do you see yourself wearing a more conservative or dramatic type of hair color? Does your employer have guidelines for hair color at work? When you leave the room, do you want your friends to describe you as blonde, a brunette, or a redhead, or none of those? Have you seen so-and-so's, like a YouTube or a TV celebrity's hair, that hair color would look great on you? Have you brought pictures of hair color that you like or don't like? Show pictures that you have collected that fall within the color range you are discussing. Some social media allows image collection as a digital mood board. Ensure the client's chosen image is not a wig or digitally altered color. For more accurate communication, use your hair color chart to discuss different hair colors. When you say red hair, Kyle, are you visualizing something similar to this hair color? Use your color chart and pictures to visually communicate with your client. Have you ever colored your hair? If you have, how long have you been coloring your hair? What type of hair color? When was the last time you colored your hair? If you ask how long, your client may say not that long. A specific date tells your client's chemical history timeline. Have you had any other services done to your hair, such as a relaxer or a keratin treatment? Has your hair received a henna application? If so, when? Please share any medication or supplements you are taking. They may interfere with the hair color result. You do not need to know the client's medical history. This question informs you on ingredients in the medication supplements that can cause adverse reactions. How often do you want to be in the salon? Every 2 weeks? Twice a year? This determines their budget for the service and service type. You do not want to give a high maintenance look that requires frequent visits if they cannot commit. How much time can you comfortably allot for each hair color appointment? Biolage and highlights can be very time consuming, taking up to 6 hours or more, depending on hair length and density. Ensure your client has the time to dedicate in the salon. Which day of the week is generally best for your hair color appointments? You want to book when they have time for the service. This also helps you plan your bookings to meet the client's needs and yours. What is your budget for your hair color service today and for maintenance throughout the year? How do you normally style your hair? Do you wear it up? Color placement is affected by your client's style choice. Do you wear your hair natural or do you straighten it often? Highlight placement is altered by the curl pattern if worn straight. May I examine your hair and scalp? Are you open to purchasing the color care products that I recommend for your home care? Number 5, after gathering all pertinent information, recommend at least 2 different hair color options and always offer clients more than what they ask for. Review the procedure and application techniques required to achieve the targeted color, total service cost, and follow-up maintenance. A client may love a certain hair color but may not be able to afford the service. Have a more economical backup solution ready. 6. Be honest and do not promise more than you realistically can deliver. If you are faced with a corrective solution, let clients know what you can accomplish in one day, if necessary, how many additional visits it would take to achieve the results they want. 7. Gain client approval. 8. Have the client sign the salon's release statement. 9. Start the hair color service. 10. During the service, educate and inform the client about home care and rebooking. Let them know what steps you are doing as you complete them to reassure them that you are completing the service as planned. Notify them immediately if something needs changing. Recommend the types of shampoo and conditioner needed to maintain the hair color. Let the client know how long it will be before they need to come back for another service. Ask them to pre-book their next appointment before departing the salon. 11. Finish inputting the client's hair color information. Consider logging this into your salon software or saving it under your client's contact information on a smartphone or tablet. Did you know? Outdoor activities such as swimming in chlorinated water, lakes, or oceans will accelerate hair fade and damage lightened hair, especially during summer months. It is best to recommend light density highlights interspersed throughout natural hair color. Hair color service record card. There is a space for a name, address, telephone number, the date, If the patch test was negative or positive, their eye color, skin tone, description of hair, straight, wavy, curly, the length, short, medium, or long, texture, coarse, medium, or fine, density, low, medium, or high, porosity, low, average, or high. Has hair been chemically treated, yes or no? What chemical service was performed and which products were used? Natural hair color, levels 1 through 10, the tone, warm, cool, etc., intensity, mild, medium, or strong, scalp condition, normal, dry, oily, or sensitive, condition, normal, dry, oily, faded, streaked, uneven, percent unpigmented, distribution of unpigmented, previously lightened with, and then for what amount of time, previously tinted with, for what amount of time, original hair sample enclosed, original hair sample not enclosed, desired hair color, and corrective treatments, color filler used, conditioning treatments with, hair tinting process, the whole head, a retouch in inches or centimeters, shade desired, formula, color lightener, application technique, results were good, poor, too light, too dark, or streaked, a space for additional comments, and then the date, operator, price, date, operator, price. And moving on to page 637. Caution. Medications such as those prescribed for diabetes, asthma, high blood pressure, and thyroid problems may affect the outcome of any chemical service. Discuss this with your instructor for more information. Assessing clients with impaired vision. Impaired vision may affect many people. Take this into account during the consultation and help clients who are visually impaired, whether they are colorblind, have low vision, or are blind, feel confident about their upcoming hair color service. Ask vision impaired clients how they describe items like cool or warm, or colors like blue or yellow. This allows you to use their own words in your descriptions. When talking about hair color dimension to vision impaired clients, also use tangible descriptions like comparing it to the high and low texture of corduroy. Tips for discussing hair color. The language you use when discussing hair color impacts how a client perceives hair color services. It helps you to successfully recommend your services. Here are some guidelines. Use descriptive language when discussing hair color. Soft, buttery blonde, rich chocolate brown, spicy, coppery red. Use positive mood words to convey hair coloring benefits to your client. Sexy, healthy looking, richer, natural looking, and subtle. Avoid words that can be interpreted negatively, such as bleached, frosted, frizzy, wild, poofy, unruly, or roots. Replace with positive words such as lightened, highlighted, highly textured, voluminous, thick, and lived in. I don't think I would want somebody describing my hair as lived in, although it probably does look that way most of the time. Focus on the importance of creating a visual gallery or personal portfolio of different hair colors and hair color placements cannot be emphasized enough. Describing light brown hair is a good start to any consultation, but seeing it on a real person will eliminate confusion. To do this, collect and organize various hair color and hair color design images into specific categories, such as cool, dark browns, neutral browns, and separated by depth. No, I totally read that wrong. such as cool dark browns, neutral browns separated by depth or lightness, and blonde balayage. While these images can be presented on your smartphone, using an electronic tablet is much better because the images are larger and show more detail. Figure 16-25. Release statement. Many schools and salons use a release statement when providing chemical services. It explains to clients that there is risk involved in any chemical service. It also asks that clients provide more information about any prior chemical service that may affect the current hair color selection and its results. The release statement also protects the school or salon from responsibility for accidents or damage. A release statement is required for most malpractice insurance. However, a release statement is not a legally binding contract and will not clear the cosmetologist of responsibility for what may happen to a client's hair. Figure 16-26. Anytime you are unsure about causing excessive damage to the hair, it is wise to decline performing the service. Release form. I, the undersigned, and they fill in their name, residing at their address, about to receive services in the clinical department of, and having been advised that the services shall be performed by either students, graduate students, and or instructors of the school. In condition of the nominal charge for such service, in consideration of the nominal charge for such service, hereby release the school, its students, graduate students, instructors, agents, representatives, and or employees from any and all claims arising out of and in any way connected with the performance of these services. The proprietor is not responsible for personal property. Then a space for them to sign, date, and who witnessed the signature. This release form must be signed by the parent or guardian if the client being serviced is under 18 years of age. Check-in. Why is the language you use when discussing hair color with a client so important? Why should you never brush the client's hair before a hair color service? Learning objective number 9. List the 5 key questions to ask yourself when formulating a hair color. Hair color formulation. Hair color formulation is of top importance when creating a successful hair color that delivers the client's desired result. There are 5 basic questions that must always be asked when formulating a hair color. 1. What is the natural level? What is the percentage of gray hair? 2. What is the level and tone of the previously colored hair? 3. What is the client's desired level and tone? 4. Will contributing pigments, undertones, be revealed? 5. What hair colors should be mixed to get the desired results? Refer to the additional formulation checklist to cover more details. Figure 16-27. Think of hair color as a recipe, which begins with a list of ingredients. Then you check what ingredients you already have, the hair's current color and condition, before purchasing what you don't have, the color and treatment needed. The difference in professional color and at-home color is the formulation for predictable results. You cannot simply select a color and apply it, hoping for the color on the package. Formulation checklist. Do a complete hair analysis, including level and tone, scalp area, mid-shaft, and ends, gray percentage, texture and porosity, basic overall hair condition, color selection, type of product to be used to create result, need for lightening or color deposit, number of levels of lift required, volume of developer to be used, undertones present, filler before color service, desired tone, undesirable tones, mixing proportions, application method, color process length. Did you know most hair coloring mistakes happen by not performing a strand test before a hair color service? Always schedule enough time to perform a strand test that includes mixing a small amount of the formula you are planning to use on a hair strand, separated by a foil to ensure it does not bleed on other areas of the hair. Process it the same way as your planned formula. Frequently check the test strand to ensure it is processing as you anticipated. Remove the hair color with a damp towel. If the test strand meets your approval, proceed with your hair color application. For detailed information, go to Procedures 16-2 Strand Test on page 665. Focus on improper saturation of hair color or lightener product will result in an uneven application. Even if you have the same formulations, low saturation results in hair that is not consistent in vibrancy and luster. Do not try to stretch a bowl of color throughout a service to save time or product. Always charge based on density and alert the client when more color needs to be mixed to indicate additional charges. If saturation is poor, you will likely have an unsatisfied client, which can cost you a redo service or loss of the client altogether. Mastering how much color is needed for each service takes time. Until you learn, pick a strand starting... Until you learn, pick a standard starting point. For example, for a standard color retouch, you may mix 1:1 of 1 ounce, 30 mils of color, and 1 ounce, 30 mils developer. Inform your client that you have a standard price and apply the product appropriately. If you need to mix more color, you will upcharge based on the amount of additional color needed to complete the service properly. Check in. How to apply. Oh, just kidding. My eyes are crazy. Check in. What are the 5 key questions to ask when formulating a hair color? I hope this was helpful to you. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe, as well as check out my other videos. And we will continue in the Milady Cosmetology book, Chapter 16, Hair Coloring, with learning objective number 10 in the next video. I appreciate you watching. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.